All right, friends, so today we're gonna do a quick inventory of my house. So in my room, I have a small table with one of my favorite plants on it. I have my desk where I do most of my work. I have my bed and then my two side tables that are connected to the wall. I don't have a dresser in this room, and that was intentional. This is a big room, I think, but it just wasn't big enough to hold all the things I wanted and a dresser. Plus, I had gotten my clothes down to the point where I really didn't need a dresser. All right, so let's go look in the closet real quick and I'll tell you how many of each clothing item I have, and then we're gonna head on to the bathroom. All right, friends, so we are here in my closet, and let's go through the amount of sweaters I have first. So I have the sweater that I'm wearing right now, and I have my orange one. I'd call this a sweater. This is like a very light, thin sweater, so that's 3. And then I have my sweatshirt, which I'm gonna count 2. So I have 4 sweaters, and they all kind of have different purposes, a little bit heavier, a little lighter. One has a hood, so that's good for the rain or when it's a little extra cold. So those are my 4 sweaters. It is winter right now, and I have 9 long sleeve, kind of different kinds of varieties of shirts and button-ups. And while this number doesn't matter to me at all, and I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head how many clothes I have, I do think it's important to know that your items need to have a home. So I don't buy any more hangers. I only have the ones that I have in my closet, and I've made it an effort to only keep that many. So when I have too many items, if I get gifted things for my birthday or for Christmas, I know that I then need to make an assessment of the things that I own, because I'm not gonna have a home for these new items. So knowing the exact number of anything is not very important to me. I am not what you would call an extreme minimalist, in my opinion. I'm sure I'm more extreme than some and less than others, but the number doesn't really matter to me. When it comes to minimalism, the thing that I feel like doing inventory of your stuff really helps is that you become more grateful for the things you have, and you realize if you have too much, that home is either too small for those items, or maybe you have too many things for that home and you need to start decluttering. So let's do my pants real quick. And I know that I have 4 pairs of pants. When it comes to jeans, they're really all just jeans, because when I was working as a teacher, my boss was amazing and he let us wear just nice jeans, no rips. So I basically just had jeans then anyway, and I'm just more comfortable in them. So I don't really have dress pants, which now subbing, I actually do need to get some probably, but it is what it is. So I have 4 pairs of pants, and I have a pair of leggings and a pair of sleep pants. I'm not including my pajamas in that, but I have a pair of leggings and a pair of like looser workout pants that I really like if I go walking or things like that. So that's all I felt like I really needed. I used to have tons of jeans, and now that I have a home for them, I'll show you. Now that I just keep all of my jeans in this basket, all my pants actually in this basket. If I get too many, then I know I need to start decluttering something, or I need to stop bringing things in. So doing an inventory is just like a helpful way of knowing if you are getting too much accumulation. That's a hard word. Okay, so let's go on to my bathroom now, and I'm going to show you a few things that I have in there and just the inventory of the things I have. All right, friends, so let's quickly talk about the amount of towels I have. So my daughter has 3 towels. They're all kind of those oversized towels with the hoods on them. She really likes those when she goes to the beach or she's just getting out of the tub. So those are the ones she has. And I have 1 towel, and my husband has 1 bath towel. And then my husband and I, between the 2 of us, we share one of those extra large, what are they called? Like Turkish towels, which are fast drying. So I really like that. We use it all the time for everything from cleaning the dog to going to the beach to riding down to the river. The Turkish towels are awesome, and they're super lightweight. So we just have one of those because it's oversized. It fits both of us in it, and so we're good with that. When it comes to wash rags, I don't even know, honestly. So let's see. I recently did the laundry, so this should be an accurate amount. I I've just recently put everything away. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 wash rags, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hand towels, which these have seen better days, but I just don't really care what they look like. We make them work. So yes, I have 4 of those in my bathroom. I have 1 bath mat that I love. This one actually, I think I don't even remember, maybe Target or TJ Maxx, but it's double-sided. So it doesn't have that grippy stuff on the other side. So if you're prone to fall, this might not be the best bet for you, but for me, it's worked great. It's 2-sided, and so I can easily just like flip it over if one side gets dirty, which I definitely do, and then I get double uses at it before I have to go wash it again. So for me, that's worked great. I do like having one. I used to not have one, and I used to just throw one of our hand towels down, but just got tired of having to clean them so often, and so having this bath mat has worked awesome. And because it doesn't have the sticky bottom stuff on the other side, I usually just hang it up over the railing of the tub, and it dries pretty quickly. So very happy with that purchase. When it comes to makeup, I have a foundation, I have a under eye concealer, I use mascara and bronzer. That's basically it. My rule for makeup is that I just don't buy new until the last one runs out, and it will take you a little while to get to that. You have to find those products that you really like, but go slow, take your time, maybe try some sample sizes if you're really not happy with your makeup routine before you get the big one, and then you either have to like use it all up and be unhappy or end up throwing it away, and that just doesn't feel good when you have to do that and waste all that money. Now, another trick that I will tell you that I actually use in my very small bathroom is that we actually use these little tiny jars, and I put my face cream, my eye cream in them. Because our drawers are so small, these tiny little jars actually all fit in there. And because I only have a handful of products, I know what's in each of them. And so it works really, really well. So if you're having a hard time fitting your products into the drawers that you have, then try these little jars. I'm gonna link them below if you're interested. They're super cheap, but very valuable when it comes to saving space. The other thing that I have in here is I have 1 scale, and then I have 1 Squatty Potty, which we actually use that Squatty Potty as for the bathroom and for a stool for my daughter when she's brushing her teeth. So we just kind of move it over as we need. I found that in this tiny bathroom, it's too hard to have a Squatty Potty and a stool designated for her brushing her teeth. It's just, there's not enough room in here. And so this one actually, because it's a little bit larger, has fit the bill and done great. So now let's head on to my kitchen and let's do a quick inventory. And if you're liking learning about minimalism and decluttering, then remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you are doing an inventory yourself in your house before 2024, then give me a thumbs up and let's head on to my kitchen. All right, friends, so in my kitchen, I am gonna start with the cups, plates, bowls, that kind of stuff. So I own 3 coffee mugs, we own 4 glasses, but we also have 3 wine glasses. The other thing that I will tell you is that we have 6 small salad plates, and we don't get the dinner plates anymore because they weren't fitting very well in our very shallow cabinets. These are from the 1960s, and I don't know what plates looked like back then, but they must have been smaller. I don't know, because the regular dinner plates that you can find now are just too big. Like the door will actually hit the plate, or they used to with the ones that we had, and it drive me crazy. So now we just have the salad plates. Plus, I feel like when you have a smaller plate, it has been proven that you actually eat less. So I have nothing against that. It actually, when you have to go back for seconds, it kind of reminds you, oh, I'm getting up and I'm going to go get more food. It kind of triggers your brain to be aware of what you're eating again. So if you are on a diet, this is a good way of starting it. Anyway, so then we also have 4 bowls. Because we don't have a lot of plates, bowls, cups, and all whatnot, we just have to wash them as soon as we use them. When it comes to mixing bowls, I have 1 set of mixing bowls. They're the ones I've showed you in other videos, which I'll link below. And they were a set of 3. I got rid of the smaller one just because it was too small to really work for anything I was really using. And so I just kept the 2 of them. And I have 1 baking sheet and I have 1 cutting board. I have a set of 2 baking pans. And then also we have 1 measuring cup and we have 1 set of measuring spoons. We have 1 pizza cutter and we have 1 can opener. Thinking about if you have tools that can have multi-purpose, like my wine bottle opener is also on the other side, has a bottle opener, so it works for both. So I've gotten rid of all just like the random bottle openers. So there are a lot of things in your house that probably have a dual purpose, and keep the ones that can carry the most purpose and get rid of all the rest. It will get rid of a lot of clutter this year in your kitchen, which I feel like the less you have in your kitchen, the more functional and the more time you actually want to spend in it, which was my big problem. I always got every gadget under the sun, but I never wanted to be in the kitchen because it was so crowded and frustrating, and there were just knickknacks everywhere in my kitchen, and those would get dirty, and then I just never felt like cleaning them. So domino effect of a mess. I don't use a lot of decorations in my kitchen. It's already small anyway, and so I don't want to clutter things up with more than I really need. All right, guys, so I have some pretty exciting news, and it comes in the form of the things that I put on my couch. So what I actually got yesterday are 2 new pillows for my couch, and I didn't have to spend any money on them, and they're exactly what I want, which is the best combination of 2 things, in my opinion. So my mom is actually getting rid of pillows. She was talking about how she has too many, and the thought occurred to me that I have 2 pillows on my couch that have seen better days. And I would love to replace them, but I just don't want to spend the money on them. I don't want to take the time out of my life to have to look for them. So she was like, you know what? I have too many. Why don't you take the ones you want? And I'm so excited because they look great on my couch. So then also in here, I have obviously a few Christmas decorations up right now because it is that holiday, but usually I have this shelf up, and I had a comment, which didn't bother me at all, but she was like, you know, you probably don't even need that bottom shelf. And while she's right, there are times that I use it, and that's like right now. We put our little tree and a few decorations on that bottom one, but a lot of times we just don't. I don't have that many decorations or knickknacks. So, you know, occasionally we'll put something out, but right now, so right now we are using that bottom shelf. I have a coffee table in here as well, and it's not my favorite coffee table. It's just what I currently have. But what I will say about the furniture that I keep in my living room, which I think is really important if you are trying to make your life easier and simplify, have furniture that is light, have furniture that is easy for you to move on your own, and have furniture that is higher up so that you can clean under it without having to move it if you don't want to. Also in this living room, I don't have any rugs, and I have debated getting one. I tried a rug probably a year and a half, 2 years ago in here that was like a ruggable off-brand rug, so you could wash it. So that, if I got one, would probably be something like that. But my husband didn't like it, and I just haven't felt the need to get another one. And then in here, I don't have any side tables, but I do have a behind the couch table. And the reason for that is that this is a long, skinny room. Having side tables is just another place for clutter to go to. And because I have a coffee table and then the table behind our couch, with the angle that our couch is and where it is in this room, I just don't need anywhere else to put a plate or a cup or decorations or anything like that. I have plenty of flat surfaces to put things. Let's quickly go over and do a quick inventory of my upstairs closet, and then I want you to go do an inventory of your house too. All right, when it comes to my entryway, I have one big shelf where it has hooks that we often hang our bags and book bags and the dog leashes. I have one winter coat, my husband has one winter coat, and my daughter has one winter coat that we keep in this closet. And the reason for that is that coats are big and bulky, and they take up a lot of space in what is a very small closet. So we try to keep our inventory of the bigger, bulkier things pretty low. My daughter also has another coat because we often lose one at school, and so we rotate between finding them at the lost and found. So we just don't keep it in this main closet all the time. Let me know if that happens to you too. We just have to keep an extra one for her. And then we also have a basket for hats and gloves. What has really helped our family is having a home for those things that are so important. So over here we have a place that, our hooks for our jackets, and I'll show you my daughter's jacket is on a shorter hook right at the door, so it's easy for her to access and use. We each have a basket for shoes, and then we have that basket for the hats and the gloves and the scarves and all that kind of stuff. So if you create a home for those kind of things, maybe just start with your hats and gloves and put them in one basket for your family, and then start practicing over and over again, putting them in there every time you walk in the door, and it becomes second nature, but it does take a little while. I will say the shoe thing did take like probably a month or two to really remind my family to put their shoes in there, but now it is very helpful because we never lose our shoes. We always know where they are, and it has become second nature now. So I think they say like it takes your brain like 30 times of doing something in order for it to become a habit. So it is going to take a little bit of time, but the more often you do it, or even put a note. A lot of times I will start by putting a note there like put your shoes here, or draw a picture for my daughter of shoes when she was younger and do a little arrow, just as a reminder, a visual reminder or reading reminder. Feels like you're not having to nag, but things still get done. So that's basically the inventory in here in this room, and I would love to know how the inventory is going for you.